All right, we are back. Welcome, everybody. And Jared's not there at the moment, but that's okay.
What's he doing?
He'll be back shortly. He's grabbing some caffeine.
He's grabbing some coffee?
Caffeine, but close, yeah. Probably like Mountain Dew or something. Okay, so we kind of open probably on you all. We kind of open on you all, like walking down the street or whatever. Or wait, did we just ever decide what you guys were gonna do?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So what's happening? Like, what's the consensus here?
I mean, I want to get it over with, but I technically still don't want to kill anybody that I don't necessarily have to kill. In the sense that, like, if somebody's not, like, terrible and they're a heretic, I don't really care. Like, somebody else can kill them. Because I know that nobody else is going to have a problem with that. But I just want to get this over with.
Uh-huh.
How about you, Adam?
I kind of just want to kill him. Just to either spite the gods or fulfill my duty as a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, well.
So I'm gonna say that, yeah, like Alphonse kind of like goes up to get another drink, so he's like not kind of like right there at the moment, and
Okay.
I think that let me look at this real quick. I think that a guy kind of like bursts into the inn while you guys are discussing this, and
Okay.
he has like kind of long, greasy looking hair, and like disheveled clothing, and obviously some like stains on the front of his clothing. He's been drinking, and he kind of like stumbles around and like knocks over a chair or two, as he kind of like comes in, and everybody just kind of like looks at him in disgust. But you can tell that it's like a familiar look, like, oh, this guy again, and he kind of like he like grabs at one of like the serving wenches, and the girl just kind of like pushes him aside, like, and then just like exclaims, and then just kind of brusquely trots off to like go fill up some patron's cup. And the guy kind of like sets his eyes on you three sitting at the table, and he kind of like swaggers over, and he's just like, "Hey there, my name's Opage. Do you want to buy me a drink?"
You talking to all three of us?
Yeah.
Not really.
You can just say it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just kind of ignores you, Cantarius, and just looks at Antonius, like, expectantly.
Uh-oh.
Care to give me a reason why I might buy you a drink?
Well, because I'm such a fantastic person, and you just can't resist giving me a drink so that I can give you some conversation.
And what sorts of conversation are you interested in having?
The kind where I get a drink.
I see. I don't know, what do you think, Theo? You have some spare change in your pocket for a drink for this man?
I've killed 26 men in over 4 countries. I don't think one more will hurt.
What?
He kind of looks at you like, whoa, no one said anything about killing people.
And I suggest you walk away.
Go ahead and make an intimidation roll. I mean, that's what that is.
I don't even know if I have intimidation. I don't even have an intimidation roll.
You don't? Okay, awesome. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Yeah. So that's interesting. So I think, though you think you're scary, I think you're rather actually like you're rather like
difficult to believe.
Well, yeah, I think that like you think you're more scary than you are. I think you're like a noble in every way, and you kind of come off that way. Like you don't have like the intimidating kind of face of a man that's like super serious about killing people. You absolutely will, but like you're not very good at convincing people that.
I could just kill him.
I mean, you would get arrested for it, but.
Please don't. I don't want to end up in jail again.
So, go ahead and make. I added it to being learned. Go ahead and make that roll right there, and I think the ob is. Well, it's against his will, so let me actually go look.
Wait, so I roll will?
It's against a 4. Yeah, you're rolling that intimidation below being learned. So yeah.
Below what?
Being learned.
I don't even know where that is.
It's down. It's right up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see it? So go ahead and click on that dice there by intimidation, and then the ob is going to be 4, it looks like.
Fine, order. Oh my goodness. Why was it? Wait, what?
Because it's an opposed. Or yeah, because it's an untrained roll, the obstacle doubles. And because his will is 4, the obstacle doubles. So you're just very much not good at intimidating people for whatever reason. People just don't believe you. And so yeah, he just kind of looks at you for a second like you might be serious, and he just starts laughing. He's just like, that's a good one there. And then kind of like reaches out his hand like, what's your name?
Originally I wasn't like mad at him. I was just kind of like, better walk away. And he's just kind of like, didn't take me seriously. So I'm just like, oh, whatever. Like, name's Thanos. I shake his hand.
He kind of shakes your hand and then like kind of stumbles a little bit. And he's like, my name, as I think I said, is Opage. Opage None. And that is a important name in this town. You see, my sister is a Fletcher. And there are some hunters around here, and they get their bows, and she's a Boyer. I always get those two mixed up. I think she makes arrows too, though. But anyway, she makes bows and arrows for the hunters, and that's important. Even in a fishing village like this one, you still gotta have some red meat sometime. Especially for the mayor. He loves his venison. So.
Sure.
So what about that drink?
What's his name?
Opage.
Opage. I'll buy you a drink if you can tell me some information about the people who live here.
Now that is what I do best. And he kind of like, he just plops down in the seat that Alfons was sitting in. And I think he grabs Alphonse's like half or like quarter left of a drink that he kind of left on the table and just downs it. Any more?
I'm gonna wave over a serving girl to get him a drink.
All right. You don't have to make a roll for that because you have pretty high resources. You just kind of give her a coin, and she comes with a drink for him. And yeah, like, what are you asking him? Like, what are the?
So how do you people feel about the saints, patron saints around here?
I think we feel about them the same way all folks feel about them. That they're pretty important, but they probably screw you over just as much as they'd help you. And that is a fact. I know it might be frowned upon for me to say that, but it's the dang truth. And you know it, right? You all know that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Patron saints.
Absolutely.
Screw you over every time. I once asked the patron saint of marriage to give me a wife, and there was no answer. I gave all of my earnings, and there was no answer. I gave it on the altar, prayed No answer. Where's my wife? I don't know.
The saints are no more real than your likeliness to be sober.
Oh, snap.
Take a drink of my beer or whatever.
All right. This was a delightful conversation.
I know the saints are real. I just don't really like them. Like I say that in like to make them mad, basically. Like I believe in the gods. I just don't.
Antonius is somewhat confused as to where you are heading with the conversation, Theo.
Okay, sorry. Like, so, you know anyone who would hate the gods or hate the
Not too long.
any rebellions
You
against the saints?
want to scare away our informant? You can be blunt if you want, but
Wait, what?
informant will rabbit if you try to ask too many blunt questions.
He's drunk, so
Yeah, he'll still rabbit. Just because he's drunk doesn't mean he doesn't have any inhibition. Unless he's been dosed with plum bob, but that's a whole other story.
I can still hear you. I'm assuming you didn't. I'm assuming you didn't actually say that in character.
I would hope not, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
I mean, how much meta do you allow, Caleb? That's, I guess, up to you.
Well, my NPCs do not know the rules of the game, so unfortunately, they're not aware that this is the story.
That's no. How much metagaming do you allow?
Oh, on your part?
Conversing between.
Well, yeah.
actually
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the
conversations
thing.
and-
Like, yeah, the only way you're gonna actually be able to get that across to Theo and like try to convince him of that is if you actually say it. Theo will do, hopefully, if Adam's playing Theo correctly, exactly what Theo will do, and no more, no less.
what are you referring to, though? I couldn't hear.
I shall stop. Okay.
Couldn't hear Josh when he was kind of like skipping. I didn't hear what we were talking about.
Yeah, I wonder if my internet's being used in multiple places right now.
Ah, that makes sense.
Not using terribly large amounts of connection.
I mean, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, it probably has nothing at all to do with my sound card now that I think about it. Yeah. Okay.
Do you think that you could just use like the laptop mic?
I think you would regret it if I did.
I think I'd rather have that than just because it is very
Well,
hard.
we can trade it over and see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, like it's very hard to understand you when it's gravelly like that.
Caleb, what did you say? My character would act like Theo. What were you referring
No,
to?
I was saying like the only way Antonius was trying to explain to you like, or Josh at least was trying to explain to you that like you should be less blunt, but like unless Antonius Antonius the character actually tells Theo the character like that is something that he should do, Theo should just do whatever Theo would actually do. Whatever that means for you. I mean, like whatever you think that Theo would do.
Nice.
So, so yeah, what question you actually asked him? Are you asking the question that you already asked, or?
What do you know about what was that one girl's name? Like Eris or Arbus or something?
Oh, the Abbess.
Abbas, yeah.
Yeah. You didn't really get her name, but yeah, she's the Abbess. She's the Abbess.
Wait, what?
You didn't get her name, but she is the Abbess. Like that's her title.
You know what do you know about the Abbess?
The Abbess. Now that's funny. You should ask that. Now, the Abbess is a little bit of a wild card. She's not like the other abbesses we've had. The other abbesses have been old and crotchety, and then this new abbess, she's a looker, if you know what I mean.
Wow. You are a terrible person.
You probably are too.
Calm yourself, Cantarius. No harm against a man admiring a woman's beauty.
See, this man over here. What was her name?
Ooh, what?
What? This man over here. What was your name?
Yo.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry.
that-
back.
yeah.
Alright.
He gets it. He gets it.
What I missed.
There's a man in your seat who just finished your drink.
What?
Did you hear that at all?
No, we heard
Am I
it.
coming through better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
There's a really drunk man in your seat who just finished your drink.
What a butt.
Where can I
Kevin.
find?
Did you enact Plan Alpha Beta Charlie?
Yeah, I mean it's happening in the background as we go, but like
Okay.
so you guys definitely notice that Alfons does not come back.
Oh.
So.
Well, okay. That's great.
So yeah, what's the sitch here? You gonna keep asking the guy questions or?
Yeah, I was gonna say, where can I find the Arbus or Abyss?
I mean, you can find her in the nunnery. I mean, it's up on the hill. It's right as you. Oh, excuse me. It's right as you go out of the city to the north. It's right up there. There's a bridge and everything.
Do you know any close affiliations with her? Anyone who you see her, or anyone sees her with, or somebody who follows her around, or
The nuns, I guess. The other nuns. That's the thing. They're usually lookers too. I mean, I think they take the best women and they put them in the nunnery so the rest of us can't have them. I think God. I think he's a little wants to keep them all for himself or something.
It's all a conspiracy.
So he's a heretic, so we should probably kill him too.
Or he's just speaking the truth.
Or he's so thoroughly drunk he's not sure what he's saying.
That's fair.
Or he's so drunk he is transcended to ultimate knowledge.
Does anyone have observation as a skill?
I do.
I believe I do.
I do.
Let me pull it up again.
Because you can definitely make an observation roll to try to like get a fix on this guy.
Okay. Let's do this. What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is going to be, let's just say a 2. It's not super difficult.
What the heck?
Wow, you failed. You can't. Yeah, you don't have any fates.
I can't
Or,
win.
yeah, you can't reroll any of those 6s because there aren't any 6s. You can reroll that 6 though. Josh. Oh, you have a. Oh, right, you have a wound. I forgot about that, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to get that taken care of as well. And that
Yeah.
that probably you're probably gonna get disadvantage on your health recovery roll now because you stayed up all night.
Oh yeah. I know.
So yeah, if you, yeah, you're probably not gonna succeed on that.
No, I'm not gonna bother. Not gonna bother.
Yeah, so none of you really know what this guy's about. You can't really get a read on him, unless Connor, you wanted to make an untrained observation.
I mean, nah, fine.
Okay.
I just think we should kill him.
Okay.
I mean, he's clearly a heretic.
Can I do another faith roll?
To do what?
See if this is a man I should kill.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. It's probably not going to end well. And you probably get struck by lightning or something, but... by the way, yeah, he was soaking wet when he came in because it is still raining.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that fate, and it's going to be Ob 4 again, like the other times.
Nice. I gotta think of what to say. So I'm kind of like mad still. Like, and I'm sure this is another man that you don't want me to kill.
You say that out loud.
Oh, you.
Oh, nice, awesome. And okay, so the ghost of your wife appears next to you, and none of the rest of you see it. None of the rest of you see it. It's just this thing, and it's in your like periphery.
Or like, what if I just said like freaking out, like, ugh, like something's like hurting my brain, almost.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you kind of like go like this, and then like out of your peripheral vision, you see your wife's face, and you like turn your head, and your wife is like sitting there, just kind of like staring at you.
And then like she like tells it to me, and then like I hear her voice. She says my name, and I'm like I say her name, and then all of a sudden she's gone as soon as I look. I'm like she's like Theo. I'm like really, and all of a sudden she's gone after she told me to kill him. Like,
well, this is the thing. She doesn't tell you to kill him. From the lips of your wife, you hear Narani's voice saying, "Stop wasting your time with this fool. He is of no consequence." And then she just disappears.
Well, that's creepy.
it's supposed to be.
How much of Theo's unusual behavior do the rest of us notice?
That's a good question.
You probably all notice it pretty obviously. Like he's writhing for a little bit, and then like turns, probably says his wife's name, which I don't think we know. Did you make up a name for that, or you want to just kind of like keep it ambiguous for now?
How about I said it in like some Latin tongue or something?
Okay, so yeah, you say it in like some other language or whatever. And yeah, so you guys hear this word like you've never heard before. It's just kind of being uttered from his lips. And then, what do you do after the ghost disappears?
After it appears?
After it disappears.
Oh, I'm like, I must go, and I just walk out.
Okay.
Well, great. Now he's arrogant and sick.
So yeah, what's the plan for the rest of you then? What are you gonna do?
I mean, let's just go kill heretics. Like what are we waiting for? I mean,
You have to
just go
find
kill
out
them.
who the heretics are, and as of right now, you have no clue whatsoever.
I mean, I'm sure they want to keep it inconspicuous, correct? That's why we're taking our time. Okay.
Well, let's see. What are the facts as we know them so far? The abbess has been making important decrees.
Yeah.
Apparently orders of great magnitude, which is really funny, Caleb. But and that's not something abbesses typically do in the towns near their abbeys
Definitely
or
not.
nunneries.
Especially not in this religion.
So that's abnormal. It's also abnormal that it's a woman giving orders. Do we know the nature of the orders that she's been giving, Cantarius?
I don't think
He
didn't really question the lady.
No.
So.
No, I was just like, hey, we found a heretic. Let's just go kill her. Get this over with.
So the question becomes...
I don't think my character wants to deal with any of the moral ramifications. I think he just wants to kill everybody.
He doesn't want to think too hard about it, because if he does, then he'll probably realize what he's doing is wrong.
What he doesn't want to do is try to figure out who he should kill and who he shouldn't. He's just like, let's just kill them. Because if he thinks too much about it, he feels guilty.
I want to think about it a lot. I want to be exactly precise and do it exactly correct, so that I don't incur the anger of the guy who can tear me to shreds with a thought.
Same.
So, are you going to at least go to the abbey?
At this point, I'm not really a doctrine freak. I wouldn't know what's heretical and what's not. At this point, I'm assuming the heresy is something somewhat... something like blue cloaks and goat sacrifices and stone monoliths and, pagan mess. So I honestly don't really know what I'm looking for. I kind of was relying on our doctrine freak, David, to.
Yeah.
And I think
do
what he
that.
probably did, he probably didn't tell any of you where he was going. He just got up in the morning and just went off to just do his own search. Because I think he's pretty confident that he can just figure it out on his own.
Okay.
Would make sense.
Yeah.
And I'll probably have him make a couple of rolls at the beginning of next session to kind of figure out what he learned. So yeah, I mean, Opage is just kind of waiting for you to ask him other questions, and kind of nursing his drink, kind of rocking back like this.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Well, I'm not in this conversation, so I think I
Same.
know. I'm gonna make another faith roll when it's my turn again because I want to I'm getting angry that I can't figure out who I'm looking for, and she hasn't told me who I'm looking for. So I'm like, what the heck do you want me to do?
This
I'm
is really funny. You're just angering her so much because you keep making these faith rolls.
I'm like, what the heck do you want me to do? I want my wife back. Just tell me what I have to do, and I'll do it. Stop messing around.
Pro tip: employers typically like you being a self-starter.
She is not an employer.
Right.
Fine, I'll just kill somebody and
Do you want to just go
Antonius
kill
is-
some random person, Theo?
if I have to.
I mean, to be honest, it's raining pretty hard. You could probably just murder someone in an alley and get away with it pretty easily.
In a town this small, who gets blamed automatically when things go wrong in a small town? The foreigners.
I mean,
Or
probably.
the strangers.
Yeah.
Or the...
Actually, yeah. So
As-
Theo, you would probably be the person who definitely shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You'd
of
be
all
pretty
of
traceable.
us, Jared would be the only one who could talk his way out of an issue like this.
But I mean, if it's something you think Theo would do. But okay, so Antonius and Cantarius, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Where are you headed? Because that, as soon as we kind of figure out that direction, I'm gonna jump over to Alfons and figure out what he's been doing.
Okay. I'm thinking... trying to remember all that Theo's asked this guy already. What's kind of the gist of what we learned from him so far from Theo?
I mean, you've learned that the abbess
No,
is
how was it?
young, and that she's beautiful, and that she's a wild card.
Yes. I didn't know that part.
I mean, you still don't know that part. So
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, basically that's the gist of it. You know that you haven't really asked him about heretical stuff all that much, just kind of like who she is. You know that the nuns follow her, but that's obvious.
Typical local politics in the region. Town this size has a mayor, governor,
Oh, mayor.
chief elder,
To mayor.
mayor.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can ask
And
about him.
what's-
He did reference the mayor. You could ask him about the mayor.
How specifically did he reference the mayor?
He talked about. What did he say? I'm trying to remember.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I don't remember. He just kind of mentioned him, and I think your characters probably don't really remember either. You just kind of remember that he mentioned the mayor at some point during his ramblings, but he didn't name the guy. So,
And what's the name of this guy we're talking to again?
Opage.
Opage. So, Opage, what do you think about the mayor? Is he a nice guy? You like him?
I mean, he hasn't kicked me out of the town yet, so that's a thing. His name's Itro. I think he was a holy advocate at some point, and then he got either promoted or demoted, depending on where you're hearing it from. And sent to be the mayor of this town of good old Estol, the heartland of Ceran.
So, town's thriving, economy's doing well, people love the mayor, that sort of thing?
You guys still talking to OPAC or whatever?
Opage,
Tupac?
yeah.
What's his name?
Opage.
Opage.
Opaque. I think you're thinking opaque.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he just kind of shrugs. He's like, I mean, I wouldn't really know. Are we doing well? I mean, I think so. I get some good begging money when I go out, so enough for me to live on.
Okay. Has the mayor issued any major decrees lately? Just curious.
I think he made some sort of like fishing embargo thingy, or maybe I'm not using the right word there. Some sort of like tax on sailing or something. I don't really know. I don't really go down to the docks too much.
So is they post new decrees and laws and stuff down by the docks?
I think there's some sort of tax or embargo or thingamabob down there. I think actually I do remember. I know a guy who used to be a sailor, and he kind of goes down to the taverns down on the docks, and he said that the sailors were kind of angry about the thing that Icho just did. I just remembered that. And then he kind of looks down at his drink, and it's gone, and he kind of like shakes it expectantly at you.
You have another one then.
And he kind of like settles back happily, and he's like, "But yeah, I think that there was something fishy going down at the docks, if you know what I mean."
Fishy.
This guy's hilarious.
Oh, I'm so sad I'm not there. I love this guy.
I know. He comes sitting down. I'm like, oh, it's almost like you came back.
Yeah. Basically.
And this abbess, these nuns nearby. They take your fish and stick to themselves, or keep to
They
themselves?
usually did. Just recently, Akia, that's the name of the abbess. Akia has started coming down into the marketplace and kind of doing her little preaching thing. I don't really know if that's allowed, but she did it.
Does she do this kind of regularly, or is this kind of a one-off thing? You know,
Um,
kind of interesting. I've never actually heard a woman preach before.
she did. He kind of like looks around. I don't think it's allowed technically, but it was very interesting to see her speak. And as I said, she's quite the looker. But she did it last week, and I think she's planning on doing it next week. But it's not like a thing where she kind of comes down in the city every day. It's just like once in a while. I don't know.
Okay. Do you have any idea when? Do you have any idea who might know when she's going to be speaking next? More specifically?
I mean, she would, and the nuns would, and maybe the priest here in town at the temple. I think there might be something going on between those two, if you know what I mean.
Ooh.
But that is
Local drama.
pure gossip. You didn't hear it from me.
Wait, between who?
Of course. Of course.
I missed that. Between who?
Apparently, the priest and the nun have been getting it on.
No, why? So sad.
But you're hearing this from a random drunk guy, so
But people only tell the truth in the drunk, really.
Seriously.
Right? Yeah, if you really think about it. Or if you don't think about it at all. One of the two.
Both.
My theory is it's the latter, not the former, but
Okay.
so where's the direction of your inquiry kind of taking you at this point?
I'm getting a feel for the politics of the town.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems that
So am
maybe this
I, because I'm
abbess-
making it
maybe-
up.
Maybe this abbess is a little more religiously heretical than politically heretical, you know?
Yeah.
Because initially my thought was, if she's making decrees and kind of circumventing the mayor, I'm wondering, is he kind of one of those guys who'd rather just sit back and let someone else run his town? Is this a conflict between the abbess and the mayor? Is the mayor or is it more the abbess is just being plain heretical religiously, and you know, we won't have a big political meltdown if something were to go down at the abbey, you know?
So I think let's go ahead and jump over to Alfons. What
Good idea.
what has Alfons
I got
been
questions.
doing? No, that's fine. Yeah, what has Alfons been doing, my friend?
Well, I mean, he said he had to go take a leak, and then he left, jumped on his horse that we had from the beginning, and galloped as quickly as he could to the monastery thing.
The nunnery.
Nunnery.
Yeah, nunnery.
Yeah, so it is pouring rain still. So okay, but so you kind of okay, so you do that. You get on your horse, that's fine. Your horse kind of like gives you a look like seriously, like we're going out in this weather. And you kind of you go through the streets, go towards you know what? I'm going to make you make a riding check because you're galloping through pouring rain
While drunk.
while slightly intoxicated. So let's go ahead and make you
Slightly intoxicated, he says.
What? I'm not intoxicated right now, am I?
I mean, you just had a drink.
Wait, doesn't he have like a drunk?
I had half of a mug.
Does he have like
all right.
That be drunk or whatever?
Half of a mug. Jared,
Right.
your character does not have that kind of self-control. Come on.
I know, but that's all the time I had to drink because he still drank the rest of it.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
I'm looking it up right now. I'm just gonna try to see what the skill says.
Because I'm gonna fail no matter what, unless it's a 1. Because I only have 1 in writing.
Let me look. Okay. It's going to be a let's see. 2. Let's go ahead and say a 5.
Oh, why are all of my challenges always so hard? Oh.
Do you have anything you could fork in?
BS wise,
That does not help you in a
persuade the
riding
horse
test.
to run faster and better.
You might be able to fork it streetwise.
Oh, okay.
You know about streets. Or actually, I think it would probably be city-wise.
Either way.
But, like, at the very least, you know about, like, roads in cities, and that can kind of translate to roads in villages, so.
Okay. So now I have. It's still physically impossible, no matter what.
Not necessarily,
Yeah.
if you get fate. Or if you get 6s.
Even if I got 2 6s and then I got 2 6s after that, it'd still only be 4.
Okay. But you got a 6.
It's still physically impossible.
It's not physically impossible. It is probably unlikely, but
Oh, okay. So I'd have to get 3. Wait, no, 2 6s after this.
yes. You have to get 2 6s and then another success.
Yeah, not worth it.
Okay, that's fine. So, I think what happens is right about the time you get to like towards the gate, like as you kind of like around the corner towards the gate, you just like that turn just does not work for you. The horse kind of like stumbles a bit and then like kind of rears because it almost like ran into a wall. It kind of like skids to a stop and then like rears and then you get thrown.
Oh, phony lie.
And I'm gonna say that is let's see.
Ponita.
Let's see, it'd be 3 wound, which means that's a light wound for you. So
Don't I roll anything to see if I don't take damage?
I don't think you have any skill that would apply.
Agility.
Okay, you can make an agility roll, I guess. It's gonna be.
Can I fork a ride into the agility?
Yes.
Okay. And streetwise?
No, not in this. You're just
No.
trying to not hurt yourself. Yeah, go ahead and make that agility roll. It's gonna be ob 3. Oh wait! Before you roll, Go ahead and slash roll one more d6, because it minus one of it because you had a light wound. And obviously this would happen before you got the light wound, so slash roll 1d6. Okay, that's a success. You do have a 6, so you could re-roll that. Okay, you have lots of fate points, so yeah, go ahead and re-roll that. So same thing. Slash roll 1d6. And that is also a success. Okay, so you managed to, like, just barely, like, tumble so that you, I'm going to say, I mean, you get bruised, but it doesn't actually do anything to you, so.
Yeah, I already deducted my fate point from the thing.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and take off your light wound. Yeah, so it's a B1 wound instead of a B3, which is a bruised, which doesn't do anything. So you have a bruise, but it doesn't actually affect you really. So basically what happens is you hear some laughter up from the guard tower right on the top of the gate, and you see like a little like fire, like little fire pit or whatever, kind of glowing ever so slightly, and you see like two guards with like cloaks, up on the top of the guard tower, like poking it with the stick, and they're both looking at you like laughing their heads off because they just saw you biffed it in the street.
So am I at the gates of the monastery thing then?
No, you're at the gates of the town, like to get out, and then it would be like you have to ride here. I'll actually go to the map of the town. Right now, you are basically right here. Like right in that open space right there, you just kind of like turn the corner. And you biffed it right there. And then the guards are like looking out from this tower right there.
Okay. Wouldn't I be going there though?
Yeah, you would, but like you're coming from like this road, and you just kind of biff it right around there. Yeah. So it's like this whole area is like this like open space is like full of, it's just mud. It's all mud.
Wow, thanks, Theo. Okay, well I go into the thing then.
You just leave your horse, or what are you doing?
Well, I grab his reins and then go.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check to calm down your horse.
I have to open my thing again. Can I fork in riding?
Sure, yeah.
And okay. What's the thing?
Make it ob 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. That's a good roll. Yeah, so you just like what does that look like, Jared or Alfons, when you go up to the horse?
I do the thing that Aragorn does in the with the horse, and it's like, elfin language. Calm down.
Except you're probably just like mumbling something incoherently.
Yes. I'm like, calm down, Ponita.
Okay, so yeah, you go ahead and calm your horse down. So you just kind of like trot him through that gate towards the. Yeah. Okay, so the guard, the guard that's up on that gate right there, looks down at you and it says, "What? Are you kidding? In this rain? Why do you got to go to the nunnery anyway?"
I have an urgent message of the utmost importance. I must be let in.
Go ahead and make a persuasion.
Can I add bullcrap, lies, and falsehood?
You can indeed.
Alrighty. What's the op?
3. Surprise! You succeeded on a persuasion roll. So yeah, I don't think you need any routine. So yeah, that doesn't help you at all. Oh, go ahead and mark a difficult agility test and a challenging riding test on your stuff.
Okay, well, just go on while I do that.
Yeah, so you go ahead and ride across to the abbey / nunnery, and I mean, there is another. Let's see. There's a nun up on the watchtower, and she's kind of like she looks like she's kind of knelt praying in the rain. Like, there's not much of shelter above her with this watchtower. And so, yeah, your first thing that you probably think, since you kind of know Doctrine, is that she's probably doing some sort of, like, semi-flagellation kind of a thing where she kind of has to, like, suffer in the rain.
Flagellation?
Flagellation. What? You know what I'm talking
sorry,
about.
That's a bad joke. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, she's not paying attention to you at all, so.
Like the gentleman I am, I take off my coat and put it around her.
She's on the top of a tower. You are below her.
Oh. How would I notice that if she's on top of a tower?
Because you see, like, the little incense candle that's, like, just about to be put out by this rain.
Gotcha.
And she's kind of, like, sheltering it with her hands.
Okay. Okay, I go inside.
There's a gate that's kind of closed.
Oh. Okay, well, I have someone... Isn't there anyone manning the gate?
The nun.
Oh. Okay. I'm like, hey, nun, I need to get in. I have a message of the utmost importance for your... What's it called?
Abbess.
Abbot?
Abbess.
Abbot?
Abbess.
Abbess? Okay. Yeah, I say that.
Okay, I mean... Just go ahead and make a persuasion, because it's...
I'm like, fair maiden, would you please open the gate for me? I have a message of the utmost importance that your abbot needs to hear. And that way I can fork in seduction.
Okay.
So.
I actually want you to make a links test with that. Not a fork. So go ahead and roll seduction by itself to see if she's actually attracted to you.
Just no modifiers, or?
I mean, you can fork in and something if you would like.
Persuasion, bullcrap, and falsehood?
Sure.
Okay.
If you're complete. Okay, so this is you. As you can look closer, you kind of see that it's like a middle-aged woman.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would definitely be, I think, bullcrap and falsehood for you.
Okay. So.
Oh, Jared.
3 enter. What's the base?
It's her. What's it called? Her will. So let's look. 4.
All right.
Wow, that's a lot of dice. Well, you succeed. Surprise, surprise. You got every single one of those except for one as a success. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, she kind of like, I mean, you can barely see her, but she kind of like hesitates a little bit, and then she pulls like some sort of lever that kind of like starts these cranks turning, and opens the gate or whatever. So you just kind of ride in. No one's in the courtyard because it's raining. But you just kind of want to ride in towards like that main building over here.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you make your way there. Probably. What do you do with your horse?
I tie him to a post.
Okay. That's probably not very good for your horse, but.
Okay, I just whisper to him, "Stay, Ponita."
But she's in the rain. That's what I was pointing to.
Oh, is there like a place for horses?
Yep, right there.
Okay, well I put it in the horse thing.
Okay. So yeah, you go ahead and put it in the horse thing, and then go ahead and kind of just like walk in to that main building.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it's just like this courtyard with like braziers on either side. It's kind of, as soon as you shut the door, like it's dead silent. Like there's really, really good sound dampening in this building, and you just walk in. I'm assuming like it's pretty empty.
Yeah.
This main courtyard.
I talk to someone like, "Yo, where's the abbess?"
Okay, so yeah, the first nun you kind of see, she kind of like gives you a look like, "You're a guy. What are you doing here?" But then yeah, she kind of just points you in a direction to go to the abbess because you look pretty like urgent. Yeah, you make your way to basically like this chapel area, and you can't see inside, but you hear like some muttered prayers and stuff like that from inside. Do you want to just burst in or whatever?
Well, I'm not gonna burst in. I open it quietly and peer.
Okay, so you see, three nuns, like knelt in prayer before this altar. There's no image of the great god. No, like it's not a thing to kind of like have some sort of graven image of it, of the god. But like
Okay.
it's just kind of this. I think it's like a circle, is what this
Can
is.
I roll
It's
doctrine
an
to see if there's
incomplete.
anything?
It's actually an incomplete circle.
Okay.
Is what this kind of symbol is, and that's the symbol of the great god. It's an incomplete circle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually don't have doctrine.
It's because you didn't learn anything when you went to school.
Okay. So I respectfully wait till they're done praying, and then
Well, okay. What I was saying is, as soon as you go in, like one of the nuns on like the side, kind of like glances back, and like whispers something to the other nuns. And then the second, like the nun on the other side looks back, and like they start like talking to each other, but the middle nun just continues, like, praying.
Is the middle nun like different? Is she distinguishably like the abbess?
The real, I guess, yeah, because we kind of established that sashes are what signify the ranks with the Inquisitor. She has like like a, trying to think of a brown sash across. She has like black robes or whatever, and then like the classic like white kind of nun headdress thing, and then a brown sash, which does signify her as the abbess.
Gotcha. So okay, I patiently wait until she's done praying.
Yeah, eventually, basically, she kind of just like slaps slightly, very slightly, like the nun next to her, and says like, "Quiet." And then they all kind of like kneel again and pray for a little bit, maybe about a minute, and then she stands up and turns around. And Alfons, this is the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, darn it.
She is absolutely gorgeous. She has this raven black hair that you can just see kind of poking through her headdress.
Yeah.
And like her eyes are like the sunset itself, like they're almost golden. Just like the most beautiful eyes you've ever seen. Like you've never seen eyes like this before.
Should I roll a steel test?
Yes, you should roll a steel test. You absolutely should roll a steel test.
Where is steel?
It's an attribute,
I found it.
or stat. Yeah.
Well,
Attributes.
what's the app?
Let's go ahead and do 4. That is a failure, sir. 0
Darn.
successes.
Oh,
So you have a few options here. When you fail a steel test, and I think this is the first failed steel test of the game.
Hey, I know this is man.
Darn it.
Where's this? Here we go. You have a few options. You can stand and drool. You can run screaming, or you can swoon.
What is swooning?
A player character may have his character pitch backwards in a swoon. The character is dazed and utterly unaware of his surroundings while in a swoon. Players who opt to have their character swoon may choose how and when their character is roused. The character hesitates for at least many heartbeats as the margin of failure, for as long as the player wants after that. So, yeah, basically it's like you get to choose when you become unswooned.
Okay, well, I'll swoon and I unswoon when she, like, addresses me, starts talking to me.
So, what happens is you literally pitch backward and just fall.
Oh, well, there's a door there.
Yeah, so you, like, fall against the door and, like, slide down. And you're just, like... And she like, gives you, like, a strange look, kind of cocks her head, walks over to you, and she basically she just kind of goes over to you and like kind of leans down, and like her hands are like clasped like normally they would be as a nun, and she kind of leans down slightly and she says, "Can I help you, sir?"
And I shake my head. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just exhausted from the rush getting over here. I have an urgent message. Can we possibly talk in private?
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Oh, crap. Up.
Let's look at her will. 4.
4?
Yep.
Would anything be applicable to fork?
Probably not. I think you're just kind of doing a straight,
Okay.
like, let's go meet in private kind of a thing.
Oh
Ooh.
no! That's horrible.
Oh, why is the base obstacle 6?
Oh. Oops.
Well, okay, that's fine. Like, we can just make sure,
Okay,
say
4,
it's a 4.
so I'll spend a fate point to reroll.
Yeah, go ahead and spend a fate point to reroll that. That is a fail,
Alright.
unfortunately.
Ah.
So yes, she kind of like cocks her head again and she says, I do not believe that would be in my best interest. I believe we can talk here. What is your message?
I look at the other 2 nuns and I was like, okay. I whisper, I'm like, there are people here to kill you in town. They just arrived, and you should probably get to safety.
I think as soon as you start speaking, she kind of like goes like this and she's like, what was that? I could not hear you.
oh. And I'm like, there are people here to kill you. The church sent them.
You don't have to shout.
I wasn't shouting. I was enunciating.
I know you weren't.
No, I was talking to her.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you're in grave danger. They think you're a heretic, and the church wants you dead, and all of your followers. And yeah.
She raises her eyebrow and says, "Really?" And I'm trying to think if that's actually a falsehood roll. Like, are you convinced that this is actually going to happen?
With Connor, David, and possibly Theo, yes. But I'm also gonna play it up and like this is a team of highly trained killers.
Right.
Like these are the last people you want to mess with, even though I think they kind of all suck.
Okay, so that's definitely a falsehood roll. So go ahead and roll falsehood against her will.
But I'm persuading her that it's in her best interest to leave. I'm saying that
this is the roll to convince her that you're telling the truth. After that, you can persuade her to do something about it.
Okay.
She needs to believe that this is true first.
Okay, so can I add, so I'll fork in persuasion and bullcrap wise, since I think our team kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the up?
4 at her will again.
Gosh darn it. Need a new pair of shoes, yes.
Nice. Just barely. Okay, so yeah, she nods and she says, "This is grave news indeed. And what would be your advised course of action?"
Do you have like followers or?
She looks behind her. I mean, my followers are here all around us. I am the abbess of this nunnery, after all.
Okay, well, it would probably be in your best interest to leave.
Leave.
Go into hiding. Yeah.
I cannot leave. This is my flock. I speak
Bring them with.
I speak of the people in the town as well as the people in the nunnery.
Oh boy. Well,
I'm needed here. I mean, you can make a persuasion roll.
okay. Crap. Why does that keep coming up? Okay. Crap. I'm sorry. Here goes the thing. Okay, so I look her in the eyes.
Make sure you mark the difficult persuasion and falsehood, by the way.
Oh, okay. Persuasion, falsehood. Okay, so I look her in the eyes. I'm like, you are no good to anyone here if you die, and the men the church sent are serious, and if they fail, they will just send more until you're dead. You and your flock need to leave. The world can't lose. And this is where my seduce voice comes in. I'm like, the world can't lose an amazing woman such as yourself.
All right, well, make the seduction roll first because.
Okay. Can I fork persuasion into that?
Sure.
Okay, and I can't really do bullcrap wise because she's super attractive.
Yeah.
A new pair of shoes. Oh my gosh!
Wow. Nice.
Can I re-roll all of those sixes to make it even better?
No,
and
you
make her
can't. No, you.
even
Okay,
more
so
attractive?
what was your intent here exactly? And I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you that. I really should ask that before you roll because you can't just make up like what you do now. Like, what are you just trying to do?
Well,
Has to be something reasonable.
Make her feel like more comfortable around me, and trusting me.
Okay.
Look at me as a friendly, helpful figure.
Cool. All right, so that gives you one advantage dice on your persuasion roll. So
Okay.
so she thinks you're charming.
Okay, so I'm persuading her to like gather her flock and like leave to safety, and I give her like the address for a safe house of one of my my one contact lady. Should I roll a contact roll for that to see if I know?
No. I mean, you're talking about your crime
lady.
lord.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Madly
So
in love
are
with me.
you're not telling her where this safe house is or what it's about, right? You're just telling her there is a safe house.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was
I'm
about
not
to say
telling her
like.
to go there, but I'm telling her she should leave, and that's a place she could
Okay.
go.
All right. I was gonna say like if you're telling her to go visit a crime lord, like that would raise the ob all the way through the roof.
Yeah. No, I'm
yeah,
not
that's
that.
fine.
I'm not that stupid.
Okay.
I'm not drunk right now.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and make it. I guess it's an ob 6 because I mean this is
Okay.
this is
So
a very hard roll
persuasion.
to make.
Okay, so for persuasion, because of my persuasion, the seduction one.
I'm not gonna
The
say
op-
7, not 6.
Okay, so I get a dice for the seduction, and can
Sure.
I fork in seduction as well?
No, that is your
Okay.
fork dice.
Okay.
That's what that is.
And bullcrap wise, because I'm both like and falsehood because I'm upping everyone else in our group and making it seem much more dire than it is.
Sure.
Okay, so.
Do you want to try to add some sort of like really tall tale to get that extra dice for your trait?
Yes. If you stay here, they will potentially slaughter the entire city, all because of they believe you're a heretic. Like not a single man, woman, or child will survive this.
All right. Go ahead and add another dice for that.
Okay. Yep, it's 7.
Yep.
Come on, need a new pair of shoes. No.
It's a failure. You
Yes.
got 1 6. This is where all the money comes down.
I got 2 6s.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, slash roll 2d6. You want to spend a fate on that? Yeah, those are both successes. And just go ahead and here I'll slash roll 1d6 again to see what. And that's not a success. Okay, so
But both the rolls were successes.
they were, yeah. So that's an 8 altogether. So
Yay.
yeah, I mean she's convinced of that. She's like, you're, and her face like just goes pale, like chalk white, and she's like, you can't be serious. They will kill everyone.
And I solemnly like look down, like semi guilty, and I don't know whether or not I don't know whether or not I'm being truthful. There's a little twang. I think my heart grew a couple sizes that day.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is I'm going to make an opposed observation for her, and it's entirely possible. Unfortunately, she does not have observation, so this will be a bit of a hard roll for her. Go ahead and make a falsehood roll against this.
But it's not. I don't know. It's not necessarily falsehood.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so actually make an inconspicuous roll.
I don't have inconspicuous.
Exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and make this roll for her.
How do you spell it?
So she got 2 successes, and she has a fate point, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that 6 again. Oh, and another 6.
Oh.
But that's a failure. Okay, so that's 3 successes. So
It's physically impossible.
I mean, go ahead and roll it anyway. So you're adding it to being learned, and it's based on will. So
Okay, so also it's gray shaded.
it is gray shaded.
Okay, so but I only have 1 die. Okay.
You only have
So
1
it's the
will.
What? I thought no. Am I rolling will?
Yes, but okay. So what you're doing
Whoa.
is you're adding. Yeah, see what it just did there. It changed it because it's based on will, so you get 3 dice.
Wait, what? Am I rolling inconspicuous or am I rolling will?
You're rolling inconspicuous, but it's based off of your will. Because you're both rolling untrained, the doubled obstacle that would normally happen is null and void. So it's just her 4 dice against your 3 dice.
Okay, so I'm rolling.
And your ob is,
Okay.
I mean, don't just put your ob as 1, but like the actual thing you need to get against is a 3. So you need to get at least 3 successes.
Sure. Is my I'm still only have 1 dice then, right?
No, you have 3. Just roll. Click on being learned, that inconspicuous, and roll that. And just
I
keep
don't
the
know how
ob.
to do that.
Just click the dice next to inconspicuous,
Okay.
and then just set the ob as 1, and just roll it. Okay, Jared.
I don't get it. I click added inconspicuous.
To being learned,
Oh,
not to your skill list.
my bad.
That's fine. It's right there already. So
It says I have 10 dice in it now.
no, it doesn't.
It says 10 on
as soon as you click it off, it will go to 3.
Okay.
Why did it
All right.
roll 10 dice?
I don't know what you're doing to my thing, Caleb.
What are you rolling?
I'm rolling the inconspicuous you added.
Why does it
It
have
said
10
10.
dice? That should not happen. Okay,
Did it
there
roll
you
10
go.
again?
Now it did
Oh
3.
my gosh, kid.
Okay, so you only got 2. So you failed. She noticed.
Okay.
She noticed, and I'm trying to think of how she'd think about that. I think what she does is she frowns, and she says, "I will have to think on this further. Please excuse me." And then she just walks out the door behind you.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and pop back over to, I think, Theo. What is Theo doing in the rain right now?
Well, I was thinking about following him, but
I don't think you knew. I don't think you know that he left. I mean, you could try to. You could try to guess. I think what that'd be would be a perception roll.
Was I in there when he said that they were at the monastery?
Who was at the monastery?
When I asked where the nun was or whatever.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
Yeah, you
pretty
know
sure I
that.
was there.
You know that. Everybody knows that the nuns are at the.
Can I
at
be
the
heading
nunnery.
up there? But like, I'm not like going up there to kill her. I'm just going up there to find out about
Sure.
her.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
going up there, and I'm kind of like talking to the gods. What I was gonna do a faith roll as I was on my way up there.
You
I'm
are
gonna be
very committed to these faith rolls, my friend.
I'm gonna be like, what the heck? Like, why aren't you telling me anything? I'm just gonna be like, tell me what I need to do, like in an angry tone. If she doesn't, then I'm just be like, whatever.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you have you make that rule. I'm gonna because the let it ride rule basically says if you can't re-roll the same kind of thing if this situation hasn't dramatically changed. Every single time you've rolled a faith roll, it's been for something different up to this point. But this is something you've already asked, and the gods are not telling you. So you pray, but the faith roll automatically fails. Nothing happens. You've already failed that roll, and the gods are not answering your question. So. So you make your way up to the nunnery?
Yeah.
Sorry, Chase is being a walrus.
Okay, so what do you do when you get to the gate right over here? The guards kind of like look down at you and say, what do you want?
I forget.
It's pouring rain.
I don't know how to word this. I was gonna say like basically I need to speak, or I need some time like It's in a church, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need some time to pray.
Well, the temple's that way. Why do you want to go to the nunnery? You're not a nun. Crazy
No.
Viridian.
Do you have your trident with you?
I'm not like holding it. It's like in my bag.
You can still see it though. It's tridents are big.
I wish to speak with the Arbis or whatever.
The abbess.
The arbiter.
The Abbess, yeah. Arbiter, yeah.
She says, "Well, you're the second one today. Why should I let you in here?"
Wait, another man was here?
Yeah, some pretty boy who just, I don't know, he was like a messenger or something. He had some urgent message that he had to give to the abbess. Are you going to make me open this gate for you?
Yes, I feel. Wait, will I have a persuasion or no?
You have persuasion, I think.
I don't think so, actually.
Yep, you have 4 persuasion.
I do? Where?
Yeah. And skills.
Oh. I was gonna say, like, I honestly think that, like, he went up there to kill her or something like that, because, like,
Mhm.
you know, we had to kill heretics, that was our job.
Sure,
And I don't know, Alfons, like, I feel she's in great danger. I do not know the motives of the man who was here earlier.
Well, why should I trust your motives? And that's me as a narrator asking you to roll a persuasion. Roll that persuasion, and your what's it called? Your obstacle is 3.
Like, something like. Can I like say my name like who I am? Like, I'm what was the name of that?
Thanos.
I'm a man of my honor, or a man of honor. I'm nobility. I'm from I was born into nobility. Like, explain how, like, basically I'm a man of honor and, like,
Sure.
stuff like that.
Okay, so what that would be, go ahead and make an etiquette roll as a linked test, and if you succeed on it, then you can get 1 dice to your roll. And make the ob 3 as well for that one.
Dang it!
You failed. So you do not look noble enough. So you can still make the persuasion roll, but
The rain probably doesn't help.
There's no way you're nobility.
go make persuasion at op 3. So.
All right, declare an extra op because he's armed. Declared.
Okay, so sure, op 4.
Also, second man to approach a nunnery, which is a women's.
Exactly.
And he's a foreigner.
Yeah, so op 4.
Dang it! I failed again.
Yeah, so he's like, nope, not gonna do it. Go away, you bugger, and he just goes back into his watchtower and just slams the door. And I think we'll go ahead and break on that and come back in about 5 or so minutes. And,
Oh, thank goodness! I really have to pee.
yeah, figure out what else is happening. So stick around. We'll be right back.